I don't understand how someone like that can sleep at night,
Yeah.
knowing what they've done, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. And because you know that right now there's still a website set up to attract
Yes.
new people, new investors.
And I wanted to go on there so bad and just say, don't do it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well.
Good, good, good.
We had Miranda on at the beginning of the show just talking about some of the um part of the story, just how she first originally broke the story when there was a commercial tenant who got a notice about back taxes, and then after the article was written, more and more people were contacting her as far as their own stories and sharing their own stories. When did you first find out that this wasn't really going as well as you had thought?
Uh, okay, this is 2025. So we moved out here 2022, probably early to mid 2023.
Okay,
Um,
that's earlier than the last guest. So what happened? How did you what was it that
What tipped you off?
um, so we had purchased a tractor when we moved out here, we purchased a tractor. And when we invested with Craig the money, we thought we would use the interest that we were supposed to get every month as payment for the tractor. That's what the start of it was. Anyway, so the payments were like we got them for about the first 6 to 8 months, maybe. No problem every month. And then one was missed, and then they caught up. And then they missed a couple of months, and then they caught up. That's back when Hashim was away. He came back in July, and
Hold
then
on, that's a new character. Who's
Who's
Hashim?
Hashim?
We haven't
Yes,
heard
sorry.
about Hashim yet in the story.
so Hashim Chaudhry is our accountant. Who
Our
used to
meaning
work-
the
my husband's and mine.
okay.
But
Okay.
he used to work for BG Accounting.
Oh,
BG Accounting is another company that Greg owns or owned at some point.
He did. Hashim is no longer there. He's also lost money, the whole bit. Anyway,
okay.
then Hashim and I started talking, and then that's when I found out that there was just a whole lot of other people, and then we weren't getting our money back. Like, we lost all of our retirement, all of it.
How much did you invest with Craig in the company?
$114,000.
Wow.
And was that over different periods of time, or was that one shot?
Twice. The first one was $125,000.
and so the payments were flowing after you put that first payment in? You were receiving payments?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We were receiving our interest every month.
And then you put in more. Then you put in more.
And then we put in another 100,000, which was the tail end of everything that we had.
What was the first year? Sorry, when you first invested?
2022.
2022. So pretty quick then. This wasn't a long-term relationship. It started well.
Not like the last one, yeah.
No, like Hashim recommended that we do this. I mean, he did it himself, and he still is our accountant.
Wow.
So anyways, we took his advice. We did this. We did everything through the bank. And everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, things just, and there's other people, like a lot of people know Hashim. So, I
He's
don't
referring
know how many,
maybe to other, yeah.
I don't know how many of them are going to be on here or giving their story or whatever, but, yeah, so it's just a matter of, I just want to see justice served,
We do too, and that's what we're hoping today is at least to prevent it from ever happening again, but hopefully that this story will just lead other people to come forward and to be able to feel comfortable, because I think sometimes people are, feeling shameful. They say, "Oh, I don't want to tell anybody, or I don't want to publicize it," but it doesn't help, right? The more
we were
people,
there. I
yeah,
didn't know whether I should come on here or not. Like, I don't
yeah,
know how much further this is going to go than our interview here today.
yeah,
And it's fine. But it was just, I second guessed myself after I sent Darryl the message saying, yeah, include me. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I just do?
yeah.
But yeah, I sat in on the Zoom call and when they were talking to the lawyer, and they were going to do that. And it's like, you know what? This man has been doing this for so long. He knows all the ins and outs and all the little things that, he's not a stupid man by any means, and I'm not giving him credit. Don't take it that way. It's just he's milked a lot of people for a lot of money.
What was the lawyer saying?
Well, apparently this lawyer was saying that he could put a hold on the banks, and he could do this and he could do that, but he needed a retainer. And I'm like, I'm done. I haven't got any money to give you as a retainer. And there was a group of, I think, 20 of us on that call.
Wow.
I do not believe they went forward with it because I think the lawyer got a little cocky, to be honest with you. He just came across as being able to do everything and anything. And, he's done this before. Well, you're talking to senior citizens here who have lost basically their retirement. Don't come across as being a holier than thou person to me, So, yeah.
When was the last time you saw Craig? The last time you saw him face to face?
I never have seen him face to face. I have been on one Zoom call with him. I still get my updates every month via email. I haven't stopped it just because I'm like,
Yeah.
But I don't understand how someone like that can sleep at night knowing what they've done,
Yeah.
Okay. And because that right now there's still a website set up to attract new people, new investors.
And I wanted to go on there so bad and just say, don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't. Where is where's our legal system in all of this? Like he's not a registered trader. He's not a registered with I think it's the OSC,
securities
or the securities. He's not. And I live in New Brunswick now. I did all of this when I lived in New Brunswick. He would have also had a securities license in New Brunswick, not just Ontario, to deal with me.
Yeah.
But because I went the direction and on the recommendation of our accountant, I never questioned any of that. And how many people did?
Yeah.
How many people didn't is really the question, right?
Exactly.
Got lucky.
I don't know who did. I really don't. I just think everybody assumed that this was a legit thing and he was doing okay. And now all of a sudden we're not.
Was there, so there wasn't a fund set up then? So if he doesn't have a securities license, so was it promissory notes? Is that what you had? What had you, okay, so you'd given a promissory note that he would owe you and there'd be a certain interest rate and that was for a certain amount of term.
There was 3 different ways of doing it. They could give a loan, or they could buy shares, and then he added like a fund at the end that they could roll their investments into.
Okay.
So like the first one that we did was for $125,000, and that one we received 16% every month. And 16% every month, which we were fine with in the fact that it paid our tractor payment.
Of course.
Yeah. Sure.
Like we moved from Kitchener-Waterloo with coin in our pocket out to New Brunswick, bought a farm, and we're debt free. We just finished putting a mortgage on our farm, thanks to Craig.
Mm-hmm.
So, where was I going with that?
Well, thank God you have that option. And that you're not losing that too. I mean, it's a horrible situation to be in, but I mean, there are people that, over leverage themselves in order to do this investment, and they don't, they're done.
It doesn't make it any less painful. So how does this impact your life going forward from here? Like, what do you guys now, the sacrifices you have to make?
We're very, very, well, we'll never invest again, ever. With anybody. I don't care what recommendations they have. Not that we'll have anything extra to invest in. We're comfortable, but we have no cushion now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had set up where we knew how much we needed every month. And for the most part, our pensions covered that. Yeah. But anything over and above what we needed to do, we were counting on the interest from that money coming in. So the first $125,000, we were able to withdraw the whole thing if we wanted to, 30 days written notice. The other $100,000 that we invested, had to be locked in for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I have emails to Craig saying what I wanted when I wanted it. And he's like, yeah. Nothing.
When did he stop communicating with you altogether?
It's been at least a year, maybe 18 months.
So in the story, did you find out about it through that Owen Sound article? Like someone shared it with you?
Dave Bannister? Is it Bannister? I think there's a BG Wealth group on Facebook.
Yeah, David Barrington.
Barrington, yes. And he headed up that meeting with the lawyer as well. Like he was involved in all of that too.
He's the mastermind behind this podcast as well. His son is one of the victims, for lack of a better term here.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want the word out, and I just want this guy stopped. Like, you know, we're like, you said, Darryl, we're able to kind of carry on and go forward. And there's lots of people that are done. They're just, what do they do? You know?
Yeah.
Thankfully, we, like you say, we were able to, but you know, it was a tough one because we were at our age. My husband's 10 years older than I am. And at our age, it's like, woohoo, here, you know, we're living our dream now. And, yeah, so we still got our health, and, you know, we consider ourselves very blessed, just that this happened.
So one of the other ladies that we had spoken to was talking about perhaps being in a group that's got some sort of, lawsuit action against BG Wealth. Like, is that something that you guys feel is going to be beneficial? Is that something you thought about or want to participate in? Or do you feel like right now?
I haven't got any extra money to do that with. I don't, to be honest. I really, really don't. We raise our own food here. That's a priority with us. We need to make sure that we can feed them so that they in turn can feed us. You know, like we have 2 cows and chickens and ducks. So, you know, and like I said, we're comfortable, but the investment was the cushion. You know, so we're
now based on what you know, Katie. Sorry to interrupt. Do you feel like right from the beginning this was set up so that you felt really comfortable getting those interest payments in order to lure you to invest more? Like, do you feel like right from the beginning this is exactly what you fell into? This wasn't because you bought in 2022 and the market did change quite a bit. And so there are some investors out there who just got, you know, a bad hand and unfortunately couldn't make the payments to their investors and are in similar situations, maybe not as big. But you feel like right from the beginning, this was all just
like looking back now, I would have never done it. I would have never, ever done it. Looking back, no.
No, and you came in at a horrible time too. Like he was kind of you came in at when he was kind of at the end of his rope and things were unraveling too.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't understand how someone can think that it's okay to do that to somebody else. You know, it's bad enough that they've done it to 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds, but they can still kind of make up some of it. But when you don't work and you're counting on and I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with our pensions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, but we get up every morning, we're thankful and carry on and do what we have to do.
It's horrible. We have a couple more of your fellow victims in the waiting room that we do need to get to. I apologize. It's unfortunate that you're going through this. We really hope that we can help make a difference. We wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it was great to meet you, you know, and you seem like a great person, and we hope it works out for you and things get better. And
is this going further now? Are you carrying on with interviews and going to show them on the news, or what are you doing?
Well, we have a couple more people. We've talked to a couple people already, and we'll be posting it. It'll get to a few 100,000 people, and maybe somebody else will pick it up.
Perfect.
That'll be Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday it'll start on YouTube.
We're going to send out an email.
Yeah, we'll send you all the information. We thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thanks you so much.
Okay. All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Take care. Holy moly, TK.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.